Yo, what's up, y'all? Before I get into this, I'm gonna throw on these gloves real quick because y'all was cutting my ass last time. Y'all moving like I don't got feelings and shit. But yeah, anyway, so this is a normal way how people like hold their controllers, especially because like when you think of a gun, you think of triggers. You hold it with the trigger with your index finger, which would be, the trigger on the controller. Then there's other ways that people hold the controller that we're not gonna speak on. And then there's this way that I'm sure a lot of people do, but they don't really realize the importance. And it's to put your index and your middle finger on the back of the controller. Now, this is extremely important because you have dedicated fingers to dedicated buttons on the controller. And this is a game changer because we already have to deal with stuff like hardware issues, latency, input delay, all this type of shit that adds up time to you responding to something like a light attack. And now you're going to want to head over to your control settings, either in the menu or in Training Arena, which I advise you to go. Then you're going to head over to controller layout. It's going to start off on default, but what you're going to want to do is cycle over all the way to custom. Now, basically, for the quick chat, you're going to want to put that to A if you're on Xbox, or X if you're on like PlayStation. And the reason why I want you to do this is because this is going to lower the amount of time it takes you to respond to things. Like if you had to get a deflect. Now, for the dodge, you're going to want to put that to the left click. For the cancel, put that to the right click. All right, this is going to sound like weird as hell at first, right? But you just want to lower the amount of time it takes for you to respond, right? You're gonna have to also sprint with L1 or LB if you're on control on console. Oh, I said console. If you're on Xbox. But this is basically gonna stop you from moving your finger away from the analog, and that's actually very game changing when it comes to defense. Because before, when you have to deflect, you'd have to press X and move your character at the same time, and you have to like get that down packed to actually get a deflect. Instead of doing that, how about you just click the same button that you're already touching and just push it in the direction? Now that makes things 10 times easier. And then also for the canceling is the same thing. You press down that right analog and you're canceling your attack. Boom, you don't have to move your finger all the way to circle just to stop an attack from going through. You're already changing the direction that you're blocking in. Why don't you just click it and cancel your attacks with that same button? The less that you have to move your fingers, it makes it easier to play defensive or to respond to things that's happening because you don't have to move your finger from halfway across the map. So now look at this, right? This is to prove to you that this shit makes things 10 times easier. I'm using one hand and my feet is like cocked up right now. I'm relaxed and I'm deflecting lights like nothing with one hand. Ah shit, I forgot the gloves. There we go. Now we in business once again, all right? One hand still with the latex on the hands and everything, and I'm putting in work. I'm telling you, this shit makes things 10 times easier, all right? Look how I'm being able to respond to lights coming at me. These two tips are gonna be game changing if you actually take time to get comfortable and use it. Because it took a lot of like brain programming. Like me and my friend was playing like 1v1s the whole time, like non-stop with our health off, just getting combos on each other, learning how to cancel. It was like we were relearning the game, but not really, because when we went online we was wilding out. Man, look, whenever I learn something new, I'm gonna put y'all on, because things like this is crazy. I'm gonna see you in the next one, and I hope this really helped. Peace out.